Right now, a random notification on your phone has more control over your mood than you do. One text can ruin your whole day. One scene with no reply can send you into hours of overthinking. That's not normal. That's you losing the real battle, the one inside your own mind. Every day we hand our power to small things. A stranger's opinion poisons our confidence. One mistake turns into days of self-hate. We scroll, we compare, we react, and quietly our inner strength leaks away. The truth is brutal. Most people aren't living. They're just reacting. The Stoics saw this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That line isn't decoration, it's a weapon. Because the moment you stop fighting what you can't control, you become very hard to break. In this video, I'm going to give you 8 Stoic switches you can flip in your head so that texts, opinions, and problems stop owning you. Stay till the end, because the last one is the reason some people stay calm in disasters that would mentally destroy most men. You're listening to Stoic Inspire, where we don't chase motivation, we build mental armor. If you're ready to train your mind instead of your excuses, stay with me. First, embrace discomfort like a friend. We avoid the very things that make us stronger. Cold silence, pain, confrontation. We treat them like enemies, not teachers. We chase warmth, validation, convenience, and every step toward comfort quietly strips away a layer of resilience. Look around. Most men panic more over a loading wheel on their screen than over the fact they have no direction in life. The real poison of the modern world is comfort. It sedates your potential, softens your discipline, and makes you forget what you're capable of enduring. Seneca wrote, "The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power." When you willingly step into hardship, you pull the teeth out of fear. The Stoics weren't masochists, they simply understood that body and mind grow only through resistance. Think about your own life. Did you grow more in the easy weeks when everything was smooth, or when life punched you in the face and you had to adapt, collapse? Discomfort is not an interruption of your story. Discomfort is the furnace that forges it. So start small. Take a cold shower and feel the shock without fleeing. Sit in silence without reaching for your phone. Have the hard conversation you keep avoiding. Each time you lean toward discomfort instead of away from it, you teach your nervous system a new lesson. Pain is not always danger. Sometimes it's data. The man who can suffer willingly can never suffer in the same way again because he has turned pain into practice. But there's another kind of pain that most men never learn to master, the chaos inside their own chest. Second, control your emotions before they control you. You can master every strategy, every system, every technique, but if you don't master your reactions, life will drag you like a puppet on invisible strings. One insult and your peace collapses. One failed plan, and frustration owns your day. It's rarely life that defeats us, it's our reaction to life. Most people treat emotions like orders they must obey. The Stoics treated them as messengers. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." Between what happens and what you do next, there is a gap. That gap is your power. Next time anger rises, don't rush to justify it. Don't build a case for why you're right. Just notice it, name it. This is anger. This is jealousy. This is fear. That simple act creates distance. The storm is still there, but you've stepped back from the center of it. Imagine living a day like that. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you breathe instead of curse. A coworker criticizes you, you pause instead of attack. A loved one withdraws. You listen instead of spiraling into stories. On Stoic Inspire, we call this emotional sovereignty. You still feel everything, but nothing owns you. The man who can sit calmly in chaos is not numb. he's disciplined. And once you start mastering your reactions, you're ready for the next uncomfortable truth. Third, stop expecting life to be fair. The world doesn't owe you fairness. That sentence stings, but it frees you. Every time you expect life to follow your script, you hand it the power to break you. I worked hard. I deserve this. I was kind. They should be kind too. But reality doesn't keep score the way you do. You can be honest and still be betrayed. You can be loyal and still be abandoned. You can give your best and still lose. That's not cosmic injustice. That's life. When you demand fairness, you suffer twice, once from the event and again from your expectations. The Stoics taught, do the right thing because it's right, not because it guarantees a reward. You control the justice you give, not the justice you receive. When you accept that, disappointment loses its teeth. You stop asking, why me, and start asking, what now? Think of rain. It doesn't fall evenly, but it falls on everyone. The Stoic doesn't stand in the storm screaming that it's unfair. He adjusts his sails. Life isn't a courtroom where you argue for what's fair. It's a battlefield where the man who adapts survives and the man who complains gets left behind. Fairness is external. Discipline is internal. The more you anchor your peace in discipline instead of fairness, the harder you are to break. And once you stop expecting the world to cooperate, you can finally focus on the only thing that ever has. Fourth, obsess over what you can control. Ignore what you can't. How much of your anxiety comes from things that were never yours to control in the first place? Opinions, outcomes, timing, other people's choices. We obsess over them as if the universe owes us cooperation. Epictetus reduced freedom to one brutal line. Some things are up to us, and some are not. That distinction is everything. Your thoughts, your actions, your effort, your attitude, those are yours. Other people's reactions, the weather, the past, the future, none of that is. Every time you forget this boundary, you start losing peace. Imagine your mind as a fortress. Every time you worry about something outside your control, you open the gate and invite chaos in. Every time you return your focus to what you can actually influence, you reinforce the walls. Grab a pen. Draw 2 circles. In the first, write what you can control. Effort, honesty, discipline. In the second, write what you can't. Opinions, luck, time. When anxiety spikes, look at that page. Most of what you fear lives in the second circle. Your task, as a student of Stoic Inspire, is simple. Live in the first circle. The Stoic warrior doesn't waste arrows on the wind. Once you stop wasting energy on what you can't control, you free up power for what you can, training yourself to be unbreakable. Before we go further, pause for a second. If you're still here, you're already different from most people. The average viewer clicks off the moment a video asks them to change, not just feel inspired. That's good. It means you're not average. So let's go deeper. Fifth, practice voluntary hardship. This is discomfort sharpened into training. We built lives designed to avoid pain, then act shocked when the smallest stress breaks us. Heated homes, instant meals, endless entertainment, and yet fragile minds. Comfort has never made anyone strong. It only makes you addicted to comfort. Seneca advised setting aside days to live with the bare minimum, then asking, is this what I feared? That wasn't poverty. It was rehearsal. When you choose to live with less, losing comfort no longer terrifies you. When you choose difficulty on your own terms, the difficulties you didn't choose become easier to face. The modern mind collapses under stress because it's never practiced carrying weight. So turn it into training. Wake up earlier than you want to. Take the cold shower. Walk instead of drive. Skip the unnecessary luxury. Fast from distractions. not just food. Each voluntary hardship is a message to yourself. I can carry more than I think. On Stoic Inspire, this isn't punishment, it's preparation. Life will take things from you. If you've trained beforehand, you won't shatter. You'll bend and then rebuild. And while you're training your body and mind through hardship, there's another trap you have to escape. Sixth, detach from outcomes, love the process. Everywhere you look, people worship results. Likes, numbers, money, praise. When they win, they feel worthy. When they lose, they feel worthless. Life becomes a scoreboard and they forget how to play the game. The moment your peace depends on outcomes, you've already surrendered control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same reason you use today." You don't control the future. You control the reason and effort you bring to the present. You don't own the harvest. You own the planting. When you detach from outcomes, your focus narrows to what you actually command. The quality of your work, the honesty of your effort, the integrity of your choices. Detachment isn't apathy. It's mastery. You still care deeply. You just stop begging results to validate you. You train, you build, you create. Not because it guarantees success, but because the process is shaping who you become. The Stoic doesn't chase the finish line. He perfects each step toward it. And if you're going to walk that path, you have to remember one thing most people spend their whole life trying to avoid. Seventh, remember death and live urgently. Most people move through life as if they have unlimited time. They postpone dreams, delay apologies, and wait for a better moment that never announces itself. The Stoics had a phrase, memento mori. Remember that you will die. It sounds dark, but is actually a spotlight on what matters. Seneca said, "It's not that life is short, but that we waste much of it." We drown in trivial distractions, scrolling, gossip, empty worries, while the moments that could make us truly alive quietly disappear. When you remember that every day is one less, not one more, clarity cuts through the noise. You stop living on autopilot. You stop postponing your humanity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Mortality becomes a compass, not a threat. Ask yourself, if today was your last normal day, what conversation would you finally stop avoiding? What work would you finally begin? Who would you forgive? These aren't philosophical questions, they're instructions. Urgency doesn't mean rushing. It means being fully awake. And that brings us to the most important switch of all. Eighth, live by virtue, not validation. At the end of your life, no amount of applause will save you. The likes, the attention, the admiration, all of it will evaporate. What remains is who you chose to be when no one was clapping. Yet most people live as performers, not as persons. They chase being seen, not being solid. They say what gets approval. They do what gets them liked. They end up visible, but hollow. The Stoic aim is different. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Virtue over visibility. Integrity over image. When your worth depends on validation, you become a prisoner of perception. When your worth is anchored in your own principles, you may be misunderstood, but you are free. Virtue is doing what's right when it's hard, when it costs you, when no one is watching. Telling the truth when lying would be easier. Keeping your word when breaking it would benefit you. Showing kindness when there's nothing in it for you. A good character, as Seneca said, rejoices even when unseen." On Stoic Inspire. That's the standard. Not to look strong, but to be strong. You just walked through 8 Stoic principles, 8 tools to reclaim your mind, in a world that constantly tries to hijack it. Discomfort, emotional control, acceptance of unfairness, focus on what you can control, voluntary hardship, detachment from outcomes, urgency through mortality, virtue over validation. Together they form a kind of inner armor that no chaos, no betrayal, no storm can easily pierce. The goal is not to escape the pain of life, but to endure it with clarity and grace. The Stoics never promised comfort, they promised perspective. Once you see that nothing external has the right to rule your inner world, you become rare, a human being at peace in the middle of the noise. If you've made it this far, you're not here by accident. Type "I am unshakable" in the comments. Not for me, for you. It's a line in the sand, a decision about who you're becoming. Share this with one person you refuse to watch collapse mentally. You have far less control over the world than you think, and far more control over yourself than you've ever used. Start using it today. You're inside the Stoic Inspire mindset now.